I don't want to say that the legal system is totally unfair, but what's going on during the COVID and not being able to really get in to see the clients face to face and talk privately has really changed the face of the criminal justice system, and it's not for the people. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor, coming at you to tell you a little piece of my mind. And today we need to talk about fairness in the court system. Now, before I get into that, make sure that you subscribe. Love to hear your comments. Give me some feedback, and let's get into this conversation. Now, first of all, it's supposed to be you're guilty until proven innocent. That's what they say. But now we all know that the court systems, it's about proving yourself to be innocent because you are already found guilty. The things about this that really upset me is that it's already so hard to fight against all of these trumped up charges. Now, you might have gotten caught with a couple of drugs here and there, and you might have had some issues, but a lot of times the conviction is really something that you just cannot fight. I've seen it to be where officers have given people 16 and 17 charges. Now, if we look at the situation with George Floyd, that guy only had 1 to 2 charges. All that time being on the neck, having him lay there almost dying, and you can only find 1 to 2 charges. I have a client with a crack rock in their console, and they get at least 15. They get possession with intent, possession with intent of an illegal substance. I mean, DWI, DUI, driving. I mean, it just gets crazy. So then whenever that person goes to get a lawyer and they got 16 charges, they having to pay even more because the lawyer has to get those charges taken off. And this is what I'm talking about. If we're going to do it fair, let's just do it fair. We already got the fact that they're caught up. We already got the fact that they have done something wrong. But why not just make it evenly fair? So now let's talk about these calls. Now, I made some calls here lately during the COVID, and I wanted to see them face to face so we could privately have some conversation. Well, the problem is that they're not letting people in facilities, and any way that you communicate due to Zoom, virtual, or over the phone is recorded. So now while I'm asking questions and I need to clarify, it's hard for the client to be able to give me the true and definite answer because it might even prove them to be guilty. The prosecution is supposed to allow the individual to fight the case. But how is it fair if an inmate gives a call to his lawyer and they discuss what the plan is? Well, the prosecution already comes with the plan already established. So they already know what to fight against, angles that you might try to come with. You might say, oh, that's fair. You shouldn't be in there. But is it really fair whenever we're talking about allowing someone to fight for their life? Maybe the police officer might have done something incorrect, might not have told the person their rights. I mean, anything. Now, let's talk about from a counseling perspective. Now, I'm not going in there for the legal issues, but a lot of times, like I asked a question today, have you ever thought about suicide in the last 30 days? The inmate didn't want to answer the question because it would then maybe get them on ag-seg, maybe get them into a room with no clothes on, and they're not able to answer the question. Now, like he said, I'm not really wanting to answer the question, but I haven't thought about suicide, but has it crossed my mind? Yes. And so I had to ask a clarifying question. Do you feel like committing suicide right now? And he said no. But it shouldn't even be like that. Like, this guy started to talk about his trauma as a child, and he started to cry and weep. But do we want that information given to the prosecution in that way? When I'm trying to process this emotion with them and knowing that there is somebody on the other end that has it recorded, that they can play it over and over and over again. Now, I'm just saying, do I think it's fair? No. I would love to be able to talk to them face to face without anybody recording it. If it's a pro visit, why can't we get our pro visits where they can be private? If we don't get this straight, you're going to see a whole lot of people having issues and they don't even know why. This is David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor, bringing you some issues that you might not think of, but is true criminal behavior in the restoration of people back into our society. Take it easy.